Hi everyone, I'm Kelsie and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, I am going to be doing an energy forecast and energy reading for the month of November. So this is November 2024. I'm just going to connect into the energy, tune in and see what we need to know energetically for this month. And it's going to include shadow energy and everything else that we need to know. So I am just going to connect into the energy for November. Connect me into the energy for November. Connect me into the energy for November. Connect me into the energy for November. And I'm just going to ask, what do we need to know, the collective, for the energy that's coming in for the month of November, please? Okay, so the first thing that's coming to me that's really significant is that the new moon is on the 1st of November, and I did a post up about it on my Instagram actually, because I thought it was really interesting that the new moon is on the 1st, so that it is one, numerologically speaking. And new moons are all about new beginnings anyway. And so is the number one. Number one is all about new beginnings, fresh start, starting new projects, new things coming into your life, new things happening, these sorts of things. So I definitely think that November, at least the start, the energy is very much linked into this new moon and this energy of the number one, the new beginnings and the fresh start for sure. And the second thing that's coming to me is that I had been seeing, I mentioned it in the other energy forecast that I did for the week. And that is the angel number 111, so 111. And that this is also tied into this new moon. And this angel number 111 has to do with divine alignment. So coming into divine alignment, coming into alignment with your divinity, with your true self. And I feel like this is what the energy of this new moon and also November is about, because November is an 11 energy, and the 1st of November is going to be 1111. So there's that triple energy coming into divine alignment with yourself, getting in touch with your true self. It feels like this is the overarching theme of November, divine alignment, which is super exciting, coming into your divinity. I know when I was tuning in myself, I just got this message that my guides are really excited about me coming into my divinity, my divine alignment. So I can only imagine that your teams, your healing teams of light, your spirit guides are also excited for you to come into alignment with your divinity. So yeah, it definitely feels like there's excitement in the air for this. Okay, so what else? What else do we have? So, not strictly November, but just before November, Halloween, 31st of October, I'm hearing that Halloween is like an ending, a closure of a cycle. Something is closing off for you around that Halloween time, that 31st, in order to bring in this new beginning, this fresh energy for you. A cycle, a portal, something is coming to an end, something is coming to a closure. And as a result of the closure, I'm just seeing 3-1, which is 4, which is this stability energy. More of that energy is coming in, so you feel more stable, you feel more solid foundations, that you can have to build upon whatever it is that you're working towards, your goals, or whatever it is you're looking to manifest and bring into your life. It feels like something around this time, 31st of October, 1st of November, because it's ending and closing and you're getting that new beginning, that you will have those solid foundations to build upon whatever it is that you're working towards, which is amazing news also. Okay, so I'm just here. I'm going to go in to have a look at what sort of shadow energies that might be coming up in November. So shadow energies are generally things in your energy field that you are unaware of. So it's kind of like the light comes in and shines on the darkness. So it brings up these shadow energies into your conscious awareness. So you are aware of them, and then you can decide what it is that you want to do with them, clear them if it's a limiting belief, if you want to reprogram yourself, these sorts of things. So I'm just going to check in what exactly the shadow energies are for November. So because there is closure, there is an ending. I'm hearing that there might be some heartbreak coming up for some of you. At least it seems like that's the main energy in the collective, as well as grief, because you are closing something. Something is coming to an end. So there might be some heartbreak or grief to process around whatever this is for you. Hearing there's also might be some shock or disbelief because of the circumstances in relation to this closure, this ending. It could, for some of you, come out of the blue and you could be totally shocked, in disbelief, or it's in relation to some sort of information that you receive during this time and you're just in complete shock and disbelief, but it does give you that closure that you need to end the relationship or whatever the circumstance might be. This information seems to be pivotal, but it might come as a shock. You might go through that cycle of disbelieving this information. You might even go into denial, these sorts of things, and it's all just to try and protect yourself, because having to accept that truth would lead to you reevaluating certain things, taking different action steps, and lead to that closure on endings of that cycle. So just be aware that these emotions might come up as a result of this closure, this ending, whatever this thing is coming to an end for you. So lots of stuff going on in the mental body. Like energy, feeling like head wrecked. Your mind worrying, not worrying, but you could also be worrying, and your mind kind of whirs. Like if you're trying to go to sleep at night and you're just going over and over and over kind of things in your mind. It could be directly due to this closure or this new information that's been presented to you, and you're just trying to process it and let it sink in and accept it. And your mind just keeps going over and over and over it, because you're in that state of shock and disbelief and you're trying to process it and accept it. These sorts of energies, and you're just head wrecked because maybe you might know how to approach this issue, you might know how to go about it, navigating it, these sorts of things. And if you're in that energy, to just tune into yourself, your heart, and to ask your heart what's the best thing for you to do in order to navigate this situation, this closure, whatever that might be for you. So is there any other shadow energy, my dears? So feeling like there might be some confusion as well coming up, which would make sense given this new information that's been presented with the denial or the disbelief, and you might be confused. about the information or about what you should do in relation to it. Thank you. Okay, so that just seems to be the shadow energy, directly in relation to whatever this closure is, this ending. And then I feel like there's a lot of excitement around this new beginning, this fresh start for you, whatever it is. It feels like excited anticipation. Maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't know what it is, maybe it's going to be revealed to you. It kind of might unfold as you go, as you kind of like tie up the loose ends in relation to this closure, and you might not know what this new beginning is yet, but you might feel that excitement, or you might feel that stirring that there's something new coming in and you have to do something new, but you might know what it is. To just be reassured that it will unfold if you are unsure, and the new beginning or the new thing will be presented to you, so you will get clarity on what that is. Because it just feels really exciting, like a fresh start, something new, something that you're gonna enjoy, whatever this might be, whether if it's a new relationship, a new job, or a new aspect of work that you're doing, just something new. Maybe you're moving somewhere else, you're doing something, starting a new dance class, cookery, or whatever. It could be a whole host of things, but it just feels really good for you, and it feels much more in alignment, as I said, coming into alignment with your divinity. So it is in alignment with you, and I think that's why it's so exciting, because you are moving more into alignment. But I'm also hearing, because of whatever is ended, and because you might be heartbroken, that there might be a little bit of a cloud hanging over this new beginning, this new exciting thing, and maybe you can't feel the excitement or the joy or the happiness to the full extent because your heart is broken and will require some time to heal. I'm hearing, if this is you and you find yourself in this position, to sit with yourself and process the emotions, go into your heart, ask yourself how you're feeling, why you're feeling, all that sort of stuff, to clear out that old energy. And once all that is cleared, you can ask for your heart to be healed. So for me, I work with the angels. So I always ask the angels. They're always my first point of contact. But you can call in your healing team of light, or if there's someone else that you like to work with, an ascended master, the unicorns, the angels, your spirit guides, whoever it might be. And you can ask them to heal your hearts and see what happens for you then, because I've had a lovely healing myself. I was in this similar situation where my heart was broken, and I had processed a lot of stuff around that, and I was just a shadow of myself. Completely heartbroken for months. And it was actually during my angelic energy training that I went deep into meditation and connected with Archangel Ariel, and she asked me what I wanted, and I told her to heal my heart, and she did. Like, in that second, the energy came in. I felt my heart, like, it was almost like it was put back together and healed, and I was so relieved. I just started crying. So this is why I'm putting it out there, because your healing team, the angels, will not be able to do anything unless you ask, because they won't interfere with your free will. And this is the kind of thing that the angels can do, or indeed your spirit team, your healing team of light, whoever it is you like to work with, that if you ask them to heal your heart and it's the right time and you're ready, they will, because you don't need to be stay in that energy of heartbreak, that pain, that suffering. So yeah, just putting that out there. So it seems like that's a message for some of you if you find yourself in that situation and are just totally heartbroken, and you're ready to heal it. Okay, anything else? What else to say? Okay, so also feeling for the month of November, feeling it in the throat chakra. Might be some energy coming in around communication, around speaking your truth. So this is going to look different for everyone, depending on what it is you need to say. But it seems like there's a huge emphasis on the throat chakra. So whether it's communicating in a relationship, romantically, or just a friendship, or maybe business, work, that sort of stuff. Maybe there's something that you need to say to someone. Maybe you need to speak your truth, assert yourself, your boundaries, whatever it is. But it seems very much so that this is going to come to the fore in November, and it's kind of like your healing team of light is giving that nudge, that tapping you on the shoulder and being like, okay, this would probably be a good time to say this, or whatever it is in relation to speaking your truth, communication, these sorts of things. Also hearing that some of you will receive activations in your throat chakra for this. Also being drawn to my video. Actually, I will link it down in the description box. It is, I think it's an activation for speaking your truth. It's a whole energy healing for that. So I'll put that down in the description if you want to check that out. There is an activation in that for opening up your throat chakra to enable you to speak your truth. So that's something else that's coming in, because there's something to do with communication, speaking your truth, asserting yourself, boundaries, these sorts of things for November as well. Okay, so another theme that I'm hearing for November is sovereignty, which is very exciting. So this is one of my values, actually, sovereignty. And this just means like having sovereignty over yourself, like you are your own authority. You know yourself better than anyone else does. So you know what's best for you. This sort of energy, that you're maybe coming more into this for yourself. Maybe you're doing a lot of work of, just getting to know yourself, reconnecting to yourself, your true self, your divinity, and understanding and uncovering what that is and what that looks like for you. And as a result, you're stepping into your sovereignty, where you know yourself inside out. You know what's best for you, and it's about going with that, trusting yourself, that you know yourself better than anyone else, so you can take the action steps and say whatever it is that you need to do, because you know that's best for you, instead of saying, maybe listening to the outside noise of what everybody else is saying that you should do, that you need to do, that you have to do. You kind of are getting better at shutting out that noise. Maybe you do listen and you take it on board, but ultimately you do come back to yourself and you make the decision from yourself, and decide what's best for you, instead of going with the crowd or what everybody else is doing. So it seems like November, sovereignty is another huge theme, which is also very exciting. And yeah, either stepping into your sovereignty, or just getting better at it and learning more about being sovereign. Beautiful, thank you. Okay, so I'm also seeing a rainbow, which for me is a symbol of unity. And yeah, okay, now some things have clicked. So November is an 11, and we also have the 1111 portal in November, which is a twin flame portal. 1111 is usually the number associated with twin flames. So it's a huge portal energetically for this, and the rainbow is also symbol of unity for twin flame union. So this might be happening for some of you, where you come into union with your twin flame. Finally, after maybe a long time of doing the work, the inner work with yourself, that you become reunited with your twin flame. But I'm also hearing the rainbow, the unity also does relate to unity with yourself. So you're coming into that union with yourself. Excuse me, connecting in with your true self, with your divinity. That is also coming to the fore. So it is unity with yourself and also potentially with a twin flame. Could also be a soulmate, soul tribe as well, is what I'm hearing. But the overall energy is about unity. So that is super exciting, whether that's coming in to unity with yourself, with a twin flame, with a soulmate, with your soul tribe. There is some sort of union there for you during the month of November. Amazing. Okay, so I'm also seeing the 11 again. And the 11, so it's like the two pillars, is also a portal or a gateway. And like I was saying, we do have that 1111 portal in November. So for some of you, it seems like it is a portal to a new level. You're going to be up leveling through that portal. I'm also hearing like it's a portal of initiation. For some of you, it'll just depend on where you're at on your journey and what the initiation will be. For some of you, it might be hearing a rite of passage for something, if it is to do with your twin flame. So some of you might be reuniting with your twin flame. Some of you might just be starting that journey, in which case you're going to go through that 1111 portal, and it's a rite of passage. It's an initiation in order to start that journey of reuniting with your twin flames. So you might have to do some work on yourself in order to in which case you'll be reuniting with yourself first before you reunite with your twin flame. So it seems like that's coming in. So the 1111 portal is going to be huge for some of you. Rite of passage and up level. For some of you, you will have completed something. Depending on where you are and what your journey is, an ascension path, a healing journey, you'll complete whatever it is. It's because of that closure, you will have completed something. So spirit is going to take you to the next level, the next step of the journey, and you're going to continue on, but you're going to be at a higher level, a higher vibration. Amazing. So just checking in to see if there's something else, and I can feel it coming in. But I just can't quite access the information yet. Oh my goodness, it's super strong energy coming in, this download. What do we need to know about November, please? Okay. Interesting, unexpected, but sure. I just usually go with the flow with these videos. I never know what's gonna happen when I open up, and I just go with the flow. So I am feeling, because this is super strong, it is a light language transmission. For November 11/11, for those of you watching this video. So I'm just gonna channel this, and the main thing I'm hearing is to be comfortable and to just breathe and receive. If this is something that you would like to receive, I'm just gonna ask what exactly this is. They're saying it is the initiation. For the upleveling, so it's going to look different for everyone. I'm going to ask that when you receive it, you receive that information on what the upleveling is for you. Please, my healing team, if you could make that known to each and every person who accepts this light language channeling, that they receive that information, they get that clarity on what this initiation is and what this upleveling is for them, please. Thank you very much. So yeah, up to you. If you want to sit up, lie down, close your eyes, keep your eyes open, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And also, it's up to you if you want to receive this channeling or not. Please do give your permission if you do want to receive it. Otherwise, say no and you can just listen, and you won't receive the energy. It's totally up to you. And after that, I'm going to invite you just to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, just to bring you back into your body, to make sure that you're fully and completely grounded and here on earth. So I heard, for me, that light language was to uplevel my gifts in light language. So it might be something similar for you, something completely different, but it might also be to do with your psychic senses, your skills. You might have got an activation for light language, whatever the case may be. It just depends on you, so I hope you receive that clarity. If you haven't received it right now or during that transmission, you will receive it later, in hours, days, weeks for some of you, I'm hearing, just depending on how your path is unfolding. Thank you. Okay, so after that impromptu healing, I'm just gonna close down and just ask that you are balanced, harmonized, stabilized, recalibrated, and realigned, all levels, layers, bodies, fields, and systems of you in alignment with this beautiful energy for November. Just gonna ask that your aura zips up. Zip up their aura, please. Zip up their aura so they feel strong, safe, and secure within their energy field in divine alignment. I'm gonna ask if there's any cords that were formed that they be pulled out now, please. Transmuted with a violet flame. And the areas where those cords were pulled out, please heal and repair them, angels. And that anything that was opened as a result of this impromptu light language session, to close it down. Healing portals, vortexes, channels, chakras, and the sacred space. Close everything down now, please. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in one last time and see if there's anything else to say about this beautiful November energy. So I'm hearing the November full moon will be very much about illuminating truth. So I don't know, I think it might be another supermoon, in which case it will be extra big than usual, which means that it will carry a little bit more power because it is closer to Earth. But yeah, I'm hearing that it will illuminate truth for you. So if that's in the outside world, maybe you'll see the truth in different circumstances that are happening in the world today, or it will illuminate a truth for you about yourself. It feels like that's going to come up to the fore. It's very much about truth coming to light this full moon in November. Also hearing, because full moons are associated with shadow work for sure. As I mentioned at the start of this video, shadow work is where energy that you are unaware of in your energy fields comes into the light, comes into your conscious awareness, so you can do something about it. So the theme I'm hearing in relation to this full moon and the shadow work that you might be working around is betrayal. So it does link into this heartbreak as well that we were talking about in relation to the closure, that for some of you might be feeling betrayed. It also could be completely separate and it's another betrayal, depending on this truth that has been illuminated. It seems like this is a theme about getting new information, about getting truth, and then as a result something closes, something comes to an end, if it's heartbreak, if it's betrayal, whatever it might be. But this truth that's going to be illuminated, this new information that's going to come in, might lead to you feeling betrayed, and there might be a number of other emotions that might come up for you to process and work around in relation to this. As I'm just hearing, it's a big one, this full moon, energetically, or it might also mean it's a big truth that comes to light for you. Also hearing it will require time to heal from this, whatever this truth is that you reveal, whatever this is revealed. This betrayal energy, you might need to take some time to really work through this. And if you are feeling betrayed, to be gentle with yourself, to look after yourself, to support yourself in the best way that you can, to also seek support outside yourself, if it's a trusted family, friend, member, spiritual teacher, healer, psychiatrist, psychologist, doctor, whatever it is, whatever that you feel whoever you feel that you can trust and that you feel safe to talk with, to seek support if that is what you need at this time. So I'm also hearing there's something about friendships, your friendship circle. It might be changing. So there might be some people leaving your friendship circle. There might be some new people coming into your friendship circle. It just depends on the circumstances. Maybe it has to do with that betrayal. Maybe it doesn't. It just really depends. And I'm also hearing putting yourself out of your comfort zone in relation to your friendship circle, I feel. So that might be, maybe you're on your own right now. Maybe you don't have any friends. And it's kind of like maybe you're getting signs or information to step outside of your comfort zone and go do something different that you wouldn't normally do. And maybe when you take that action, you might meet someone, a friend. And because it just does very much feel like stepping outside of your comfort zone, and when you do that, it's going to pay off hugely for you in terms of meeting new people, making new friends, this sort of thing. If you are alone, or if indeed you do have a small friend circle, but maybe you might be looking to meet new people, to make more friends, whatever the case may be. Maybe you have tons of friends, but maybe you would like to meet someone else, or maybe it's going to be unexpected, whatever the case may be. It just seems like that's a message about taking that risk to step outside your comfort zone, even though it'll feel horrendous. It can feel super uncomfortable. That it is the growth and the discomfort will be worthwhile because there are new friends out there for you. When you take this leap. Thank you. Okay, so super interesting energy for this month of November. Was just checking in, but I think that's it. Oh yeah, I'm hearing one more message is to look out for the signs. So your spirit team, your spirit guides, the angels, the universe, whoever it is that you like to connect with, do leave you signs. So for the angels, it could be seeing those repeating angel numbers like 111 or 1212 or 1111 or whatever the case may be. They often leave white feathers as well. They're just some examples of signs that the angels leave, but past loved ones also could leave you signs or messages as well. So for me, if I am connecting in with the universe as well, if you've seen any of my videos, I always talk about this. It's a form of divination, reading omens, and it's called cryptomancy, but it's through animals. So usually if an animal comes to me and sometimes it's doing something weird to get my attention, I know that's a message from the universe. And then I will tune in and into my heart and ask what the message is, or I will look up the spiritual meaning of that animal and then take what resonates. So this is how I receive information and messages from the universe. So for example, I often see sparrowhawks, and I know when I see a sparrowhawk that I'm going to receive a clear message from spirit. And that's how the universe lets me know. It's like an omen to say, like, okay, you're going to receive a message from spirit. But there are tons of different ones. So this is just a message and a gentle reminder to look out for the messages, because your healing team has messages for you. They're trying to reassure you, they're trying to communicate with you, they are trying to comfort you, they're trying to guide you, whatever the situation might be. You just need to be sharp and keep your eyes open, and keep a lookout for those messages, because they are there for you. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu light language channeling, and also the information that came through for November. It seems to be a really interesting month. but really powerful in terms of the 11 energy, in terms of the triple one, that divine alignment, and super exciting. And I hope it's an amazing month for you. So thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.